Hello everybody, my name is Ethan, and today is a very special day because it is the first video I've ever uploaded onto the Splishy Splashy Pogo channel. I do have a main channel, it's ETCI Cool, if you do want to check that out. But on this channel, we're going to be mainly doing Pokemon Go Battle League videos. This is the first ever video, and in today's video, we are doing the Retro Cup. If you don't know what that is, it's basically the Great League minus all Fairy, Steel, and Dark types. So it is very interesting. The team I'll be running today is a team that I did very well with. I went 13-2 in my matches, which was very nice. I'm only going to be showing the last set of battles where I went 4-1. But it was really nice because I did it on premium rewards, so everything was pretty nice. My team consists of Galvantula in the lead, Jellicent in the secondary safe swap with Bubble Beam, and then Alolan Marowak in the back with its normal moves of Shadow Bone and Bone Club. This team does incredibly well. The Retro Cup meta is very interesting. It seems kind of like a square to me, where there are the normal types with Lick or Shadow Claw, and they beat the ghost types, and then the ghost types beat the psychic types, and then the psychic types beat the fighters, and then the fighters obviously beat the normal types. So it's a very interesting, like, kind of square meta in my opinion, with some outliers and stuff like that, like the one you're seeing right here, Altaria. This team does incredibly well, and you might be wondering why I don't run Ice Beam on Jellicent, and it's because I feel like I don't have to. Altaria is one of the few things that can do pretty well against my team, just because I don't run that Ice Beam, but I can still take care of it, as you can see right here. My team is really good because every single one of it counters Psychic, obviously Lunge on that Galvantula, as well as obviously the two Ghost types do very well against it. I also specifically chose two Ghost-type Pokemon that have positive matchups against Frostlass, as you saw there. I'm going to get into shoutcasting the matches now. I just wanted to do a little introduction. So against a Vigoroth, I like to go and throw one Volt Switch and then switch because both of my Ghost types in the back do well against Vigoroth, so I don't really have to worry about it all that much. They bring in a Jellicent, which is pretty good, and I thought this might have been a little bit quick, so I let it go, and it was a Bubble Beam. Very good for me. And in my opinion, I just throw straight Shadow Balls here. That seems to do the best for me. And as you can see, I get a bunch of damage through. It seemed fast again, so I was pretty positive that it was another Bubble Beam. So now I'm going to keep charging up. It's another Bubble Beam, but I believe I shield it? No, nope. Never mind, it's a Shadow Ball, and I get taken out. But that's okay, because we have Galvantula that comes in, and unfortunately it's going to get a Bubble Beam. But I wasn't counting correctly, and so I shield thinking it's a Shadow Ball, but it's a Bubble Beam. Very bad on my part. They bring back in the Vigoroth, but fortunately I have a ton of energy on my Galvantula. Almost 2 lunges, which is really, really good. It's why I think Galvantula is one of the strongest picks in this meta. I'm going to go through another lunge here, just debuffing the Vigoroth as much as possible, and then I'm going to be switching into AWAC, and I catch a Frostlass in the back, which is a very positive matchup for me. Most likely what they're going to do is bait the first time with Avalanche, but I'm going to safe shield because I know I'm going to be able to outpace them to the Shadow Bone, especially because I snuck that Fire Spin through. Yeah, as I said, I was pretty positive it was going to be an Avalanche, but I can outpace it to the Shadow Bone. And I know the Vigoroth in back does not have any energy, so I'm able to just Fire Spin down, because a Body Slam would be doing nothing. On to the next battle. We are met with a Graveler. This is actually a Pokemon that I have seen a bunch of times. So now I swap into Jellicent, and many people think that this might be not the best idea. I didn't know if it had Wild Charge, but I decided to take the risk, and it was a Rock Blast. He brings in a Frostlass, really bad for me because I Bubble Beam, but he shields. Very, very good for me, and he just decides to concede the match there. Kind of weird, considering he had done a nice solid chunk of damage to my Jellicent. I would have stayed in that match and seen how it would have gone. On to the next one, though, a Gengar. Gengar is kind of hard. It does a lot of damage, and I know I can't bring in any of my other Pokemon besides Galvantula here. I was pretty sure it was just a Shadow Punch, but Shadow Punch still does an insane amount of damage for being such just a low energy cost move. He shields the first one, which is good. I'll take shield advantage. Unfortunately, that Volt Switch didn't go through, so it's kind of unfortunate. But I bring in Alolan Marowak here, and he brings in Lugia. Very strange. Very strange. I have yet to ever see a Lugia ever playing Go Battle League, especially Great League. But that is what I saw. I decided to swap into the Jellicent and go for a Bubble Beam. He probably knows the counts for Bubble Beams, so he's not going to shield. But this allows me to farm down, and I know he's going to throw the Aeroblast. So I'm just like, you know what, you can have the one shield, but I'll be farming you down heavily. So I'm only one bubble away from a Shadow Ball here. I believe this is only a Shadow Punch, so I don't shield it. Still, a ton of damage. Here I'm only going to go for the Bubble Beam, even though I'm at the Shadow Ball, just because if he shields, I can still debuff him, which is really good for me, and then I'm able to almost farm down here. He brings in a Shadow Machamp, and I know that this is pretty much good game now, because Shadow Ball is going to be doing almost all of his health, and then I can just swap into Alolan Marowak and farm up a little bit of energy, and he concedes the match. I believe this is the last match, and I do believe that, this is the last match. We get a Talonflame lead, one of the most tricky leads in the game, just because it's very, the Incinerates just do so much damage. Galvantula is super glassy, and so I am able to get one extra Volt Switch in. And what you'll see I do here, I believe, is throw a Volt Switch and then swap to catch the Incinerate on my Jellicent, which is really good for me. He brings in a Hypno, which is super good, because Hypno, even with a Shadow Ball, can't one-shot either Jellicent or Alolan Marowak. And here you get the text messages from my friend being a dickhead in my class, which was kind of funny. But in the end, this match is that just makes me laugh. He sent me a picture of Ben Shapiro. It's kind of funny. Unfortunately, he gets to the move here, which is going to be taking out my Jellicent. He didn't have to Shadow Ball. Thunder Punch would have done just enough damage. And he is going to be bringing in the Talonflame again. So I'm just going to be taking out the Talonflame using my Discharge and then hoping for a positive matchup with my Alolan Marowak in the back. And it's not. It's a Wish Cash. Very tough, just because it's one of the hardest hitting. It's super spammable. Mud Bomb, obviously one of the spammablest moves in the game. Is that a word? And these Bone Clubs aren't going to be doing anything because Wish Cash is so tanky. And he knew to farm up too. So this was a very good game. Made us go 4-1 in the set. And yeah, so that's going to be it for that game. Obviously, our Galvantula is going to die to this Mud Bomb. Hopefully you did enjoy the battles, though. I went 4-1, and I did have a premium rewards on this. So as you can see, very nice. I got a Rufflet as my Pokemon. I don't catch it right away because I wanted to get the other wards first. But a very good battle, and hopefully you did enjoy. And if you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!